Oh my God, my belly just growled.
No, I should have ate something.
I hope that you guys can't hear that.
I'm glad you can't hear the belly growling.
Literally. I feel like I'm so hungry I could eat summer styles.
What? You're so stupid. Wow, that was so good.
I have seen some interesting photos of you today.
Please, not my college best friend. Welcome to Curl Talk Unfiltered, episode 10. I'm Talia.
And I'm Cass.
And today we're doing our I Plead the Fifth episode. Woo! Basically, we asked you guys to ask us a bunch of questions, and so we're going to be picking them out of a bowl and answering them blindly, kind of. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Talia's answering some of these kind of blindly, but
yeah, you were kind of prepared.
I did write down the questions.
Yeah, she had time to think. Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, without further ado.
Okay. Oh, and we have sunglasses on.
Oh yes, for the audio listeners, we got sunglasses on in case we had to say something crazy. What's your biggest pet peeve with coworkers in the salon? I have lots of pet peeves.
Okay, then go first.
I think my biggest pet peeve is when somebody doesn't have like what they need for the day, and then they're like asking you to borrow stuff. Mm-hmm. I hate that.
Okay, yeah, like not having their own tools.
Like, and it's always, especially as a curly hairstylist, I feel like it's always like, can I borrow your diffuser?
Yes.
Can I borrow some of your gel?
Because why don't you have your own?
Yes. I'm like, do what you were gonna do if I wasn't here.
Yeah,
today.
if I wasn't here, you don't have my stuff.
Exactly. Or like they need a curling iron, they need a blow. I'm like, do you know what you do for work?
You know, I feel like my main one, like when I had coworkers, was either like we're in the back room and like people having their shit everywhere, like bottles on the table, food on the table, or like bleach all over the counter, nobody wiped it up.
Yes.
Or if you can just very like clearly see that I'm trying to have a quiet moment and you come in here and you're talking my ear off for my whole processing time.
No, literally. I worked at a salon one time that had this skinny, almost like runner style table, like that you would see in a hallway. And and it had two stools, and that was like where we were like eating, drinking, mixing color, and it was always full of like
just stuff,
chips and drinks and bleach like spilled all over the place and color, and I'm just like, oh my God, like you try to like mix a bowl of color and you have to like get this little corner. I hate it.
It's just dirty. Yeah, and that's our thing too, is our like counter would be like the sink and like a baby tiny space to mix color. And it's just a mess all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, that probably was my biggest pet peeve.
Yes, and also to you saying like a quiet moment, I hate when coworkers can't like
read the room. No.
Yes, like they're just super loud.
Yeah,
like they'll be blow drying and
they're screaming. I was thinking that. Yes, just yelling. I'm like, why can't we all hear you in here?
Yes. And a lot of times, sometimes with like a whole different voice than I've ever heard.
Yes, you're like, what? I've heard this story 17 times today. Yeah. Like, please give it up. My turn. Oh. Okay. Who's your least favorite hairstylist online?
Let's say it on 3.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I can't. Have
one, my least favorite.
Even if you don't say it, do you have one?
Oh my gosh. Actually, yes, and I can, because he probably won't ever say this.
Say it on 3.
I don't think it's the same person. I don't know his name.
3. Alfredo.
Oh, him too, but no. The other white guy that kind of has the spiky hair that does the cuts that are like 4 cuts and it's a whole haircut.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know who he is. He's like, I don't know if he's like, I think he's just really country. He's like a country white guy.
Who?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to find him and I'm going to send him. But he did a haircut and he was like twisting the bangs and he was like, you cut it here and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, and it like that
and
guy.
It lays like this. You like him? Oh my gosh. I can't stand his videos.
Cutting bangs.
Why is he always cutting bangs? He is. Or he's like a curly cut. You're going to turn her head here, over direct it all the way over. And I'm like, what are we even
and
talking?
then put it back.
Yeah. And he's like, and you see that lift? No.
Nobody sees
doesn't. You're like, no, it looks the same. Like,
it looks the same. Oh my gosh. I know what you're saying, where like it's always just 4 cuts.
yes,
and it's a haircut.
Yes, he's
Just
trying to
4
simplify
haircuts.
everything.
Yeah, to do an entire haircut in 4 snips.
Yes, like that's just. I mean, you know what? If that works for you, sir, go ahead.
And he
but
cuts
Alfredo,
bangs innovative.
he
I'm
does.
like, how did you ever think to cut a bang that way?
Because if you would have ever started twisting my bangs around and I have curly hair, I think I would have looked at you like you were insane.
Literally. No, but I get why to not like him too at the same time.
He just irritates me. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's done nothing wrong to me, but
Yes.
his videos, I'm just like, God.
And notice that it's 2 men.
It is 2 men. It is.
I don't dislike
Alfredo
all male hairstylists. Yeah, I'm
is
not
your
a
least
huge
favorite?
Alfredo.
I'm
Yeah.
not either. I feel like he's just damaging people's hair sometimes.
Yes, and no super hate to these 2 people. Literally.
This is just like
We
a
are
loose
minuscule.
opinion. Yeah.
This is like, they're probably nice people, but
probably.
I just feel like it's a lot of, and this is what social media is for some people. Like some corners of social media is that, but with Alfredo, I just feel like it's very like, this is a TV show.
Yes.
And like,
Come back for part 3 every single time.
And I feel like he does a lot of things that are like controversial to get the clicks and stuff, which is the only reason that he bothers me.
Yes, like why are you putting permanent color on hair and then wet balayaging it?
Oh my gosh. And it's just like a man to do like big, streaky, thick, wet balayage and
God.
be like, this is it. This is exactly. And the same thing for a man that's never had bangs before.
Right.
And has never had layers before.
Just
like,
start doing stuff.
let's see if we can do this in 4 snips.
Like make it easy.
No, literally. I love that you said him because I don't even know his name.
I don't know his name either, but he's always teaching a class and everybody in the audience is like, ooh, whenever
But sometimes those bangs do pop. Like they do.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like they don't eat?
I mean, I'm just kind of like, all right. I don't.
So-
I just feel like it's like just cut the hair.
Just
Like-
he would be a really great stylist to go into like cosmetology schools where like people are still cutting
See,
bobs with like.
But then those students are gonna start cutting bangs the way he does and F somebody's hair up.
Yeah, have you ever done the twisted bang and then pull it across the street and then do a cut? Or
I have
no?
never cut somebody's bangs like that.
Me either.
Out of fear.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But whenever you were in cosmetology school, did you learn like what are those things like trimmers? You know, like the clippers and trimmers.
Mm-hmm. To cut a bob?
Yes,
I've seen people do that.
we probably
I
had
have never
3
done that.
bob cutting classes that involved
Doing that?
that, and I've never
No.
done that in real life.
Only time I'm using that, I don't even have trimmers at the salon.
No.
But the only time I ever would use them is like to clean up the hairline. Like if they had like a pixie cut or something.
Yep. And even then, I'm kind of going for my feather.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just use my comb and my scissors. Like I will figure it out.
Get close. Oh my gosh. What was the last situation that had you thinking maybe I should quit hair? I know.
Okay.
And it wasn't that bad. I like this. I'm at a point in my career where like the situations that pop up on me aren't like, they don't feel crazy bad, but it does just feel like, am I going to do this forever?
Yeah. Do I like this for real?
It was, I had a client who has never had their hair bleached in the salon. She had some box color on her hair. She had super long, thick hair that had a lot of shrinkage. Whenever you pull it down, it's very long. And we end up doing color, and then she's tender-headed. So the whole time it's taking me a lot longer than I would have wanted to get foils in. And then at the same time, the more that I'm working on it, the more she's kind of like sensitive and wincing. And I'm just like, maybe we should do less foils because you're a little bit uncomfortable. I'm tender-headed, so I have a heart for this. And she was like, that would be nice. And at an hour and 15 minutes in, she was like, are we almost done foiling? And I'm like, no.
Nowhere
She's
close,
like,
actually.
what? Like, she didn't think it would take that long. And then like, maybe like her man called at some point and was like, you almost done? And she was like, no, I'm not even close to being done. And like, and then afterwards there was like a TikTok video that she posted where she was like, I think the color's cute. I'm just not sure.
She was filling it out. Yeah, and I came across it.
Literally. And the comments are like, she played in your hair, blah, blah, blah. Like negative. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And some of the comments were nice.
And some of them were nice. There was just, of course, the top like 3 that you see weren't nice.
Yeah.
But the rest, I kept scrolling. And I was like, oh, okay. People are liking it.
Yeah. And I was just like, I am feeling. And then also like, she was sensitive. The brush, like, it's a brush that I use on everyone. And then she was like, this brush is not working on me. Like, I'll brush it myself. Super nice. She was super nice, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this has never happened to me. And whenever I saw the TikTok video, even though it wasn't mean, I was just like, and of course it was getting some traction. And of course I'm in it. I'm in the background of it. Like, she doesn't tag me or anything, but like, I'm in it, my base. And so I was just like, oh,
great.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like the last time I really had a moment like that, I think I talked about it on the last episode. The girl bleached blonde, like full blonde all over, wanted to be light brown. Like, just after that, I was just like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this forever. Like, just the stress that came with it. But then every other day is like fine. And it's just like that one time.
Yes, like you could have hundreds of clients that are happy, and then you have one client a challenge, and it's just like, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe you could have a million good reviews and then one bad review, and that's the one that sticks with you. Unfortunately. Literally. So if you're a hairstylist watching this and you're thinking like you're the only one,
you're not.
No, we all think this all the time. It doesn't matter how successful you are. I don't think you're just like, I don't know, maybe this isn't worth it.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, like, I know I can't be behind the chair forever. I just can't take that kind of stress forever. Like, I need to do something, maybe still in the beauty industry, but like different.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah. If you weren't a hairstylist, what would you do?
Isn't that the best question for that last? Like, it's the best segue from what you literally just said. So what would you do?
Well, okay, but the thing is, I don't know if what I am going to do is like my like dream in life.
Okay.
You know?
Well, what are they both?
Okay. I want to open a salon suite building. And like people rent out rooms.
Love it.
Because I don't want to manage day to day. I don't care what time you get to work. Just pay your rent.
Yes.
You know? And be cool. And if I could do like my dream job, oh my God. I don't even know. I don't want to work. Like, actually, can I just sit on a beach all day?
Yeah.
I wish I was like fashionable, like a designer or something. Like, I think that'd be cool.
That's the dream.
I don't know if it's the dream, but I feel like it seems fun.
Yes.
I don't know.
I had no idea. I questioned it because I was like, really?
What do you think I would do? Or do you not know? You didn't have anything.
If I was guessing one for you, what your dream job would be? Would it be in the beauty industry at all anymore? Like, if you could have your own like brand?
Ooh, maybe. Yeah,
like
that'd be cool.
Like, hair care line.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I used to want my own like makeup line when I was really big into makeup.
Same.
That'd be cool too.
Yes.
Something still beauty.
Yeah. Yep. If it were me, I would do I could do a million things. That's one thing about me, and I have a million ideas for jobs. I've said this before in different episodes. I have 1,000 ideas for what people should do for businesses, but I just don't want to start over all the time. I would, but whatever. I would love to be like one of those people at like a cruise or all inclusive that's doing like the sand volleyball and the pool bingo and like getting people on the boards,
like the hype people.
Yes.
Or like the fun party group. Yeah.
Yes, I'd be the fun organizer.
Okay.
Yes, I would love that, and I would
did not see that coming from a million miles away.
Really?
No.
Okay, period.
Like, you're like, I want to be on the cruise ship.
Yes, or like running the 4-wheeler ride through the jungle, or like doing stuff like that.
So like excursions and stuff.
I would be the excursion girl. Sailing. I would love to be on a sailboat, like doing that.
This is, yeah. I mean, this makes sense. All the outdoorsy things. Yeah.
Yes, or I honestly have a million ideas of what I would do, but that would be one. I would love to own a hostel and just like have people, you know, obviously like.
No, I know.
What? What is it?
I'd want to own a bookstore.
Yes.
Bookstore, coffee shop.
Yes.
Yep.
Plants.
Like be a librarian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just give people recommendations.
Just chill, books all day. Like,
yes. Here's the thing. We could do that. Like we could make that happen. We should
open a bookstore coffee shop.
Yes. Right here in Dallas.
In Dallas. And yeah,
it would
see us in a few years.
Yes. No, honestly. And whenever that comes out, support us. Literally. Okay. What do you think is your best quality as a hairstylist?
Oh my gosh.
What a good question.
That is a great question.
Thank you for sending that in, guys.
My best quality?
Yeah, I would like, what I love that question because it's like, why should someone pick you to do their hair type of thing? I love asking myself that.
You know, I like to pride myself on like being a good like listener, I guess.
Yep.
But even if it's not about hair, like even if you're just telling me about something that's going on, like I try and really care like about you and what you have going on.
That's so true. I feel similar. I feel like one of my best qualities is my consultation and just having kind of an ability to really like calm people, especially in a new environment.
Yeah.
If it's their first time with me, just sitting with them. I love to sit with my client during a consultation. If you guys see a video of me doing a consultation, I'm standing behind them. That is for the video.
Not the norm.
That is not my norm. I'm sitting in a little chair in front of them and I'm like, so what do you want to do? Tell me about your hair. And for me, unless they're like 15 minutes late or something, I'm not rushing them. I'm like, however much time you want to sit here and talk, pretty much I'll do it. And then also, I would say that too. Just I like to listen to what's going on in their life and like be encouraging. And also if they say something like if they're in like a relationship or they're talking about a situation where someone's treating them poorly, I'm like, that is not okay.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're going to break this down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I literally had a client the other day telling me about her daughter's volleyball like summer team drama, and I texted her the next day like, so what happened at practice last night, because I need the update. Like there was so much going on and I just was like, I am invested at this point.
Yes.
Like, I need to know.
Yeah. Like,
but I think people like to know that you actually like care about them and it's not just like a business transaction all the time.
Yeah.
Like I know that's what it is, but it like people like to feel like personable with you too.
yes. I love that. And I would say too, I try not to talk tons about my own stuff unless there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, unless you're asking me. And
Yes. Like I've asked you every question about you and you've redirected it to me so I can tell you need sometimes like people that are like married or have kids or
they don't want to talk about themselves.
Yeah, they want to know like what's dating like or whatever. So
what you have going on.
Yep. Just being able to read the room. I think is one of my best qualities.
I read the room.
Yeah.
Okay, what difference would you want to make in our industry?
I feel like I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think maybe it's not in our industry, but kind of similar to what we were just talking about, like with clients. I feel like the difference that I would want to make with any person that sits in my chair or any young stylist, anyone watching the podcast, friends, whatever, is that like whatever career you want to have is the career that you should go do. Because I remember being younger, people are just like, you shouldn't be a hairstylist, you'll never make any money. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
So,
I'll just be a hairstylist because it's what I want to do. And the money came like, and sometimes some people will become a hairstylist and not make any money and it won't work out for them. I think whenever you do whatever you're passionate about, the money will come.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Like if you have like don't take no for an answer and just like have some grit and do that thing. And I think people say, no, don't do the career that you have in mind because for some reason they believe whatever career they have in mind they wouldn't make any money at. But I don't know.
Money is everywhere. You can make money doing almost anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Right now, literally anything.
Yeah, especially with the power of like social media, anything. I think for me, like growing up as somebody like with curly hair, I think my difference is just like wanting to help people embrace themselves from early on, like teenagers and like young adults. Because I have so many clients where they're like 40 years old and they come in, they're like, I have never known how to do my hair ever. And I'm like, that's sad.
Yes.
You know? So I love when I have like a teenager come in and like get their hair done. I'm like, look, you just look cute and you're wearing your natural hair. Because I would have never at 16. Like
really?
It was straight all the time.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Or like fried and dyed. And it was it curly? Sure. Was it stringy? Also, sure.
No, similar to people with my texture too, where it's just like you can be confident in your own hair.
Yeah.
From an early age, it's going to help you have healthier hair and more confidence in your actual self. I think a lot of times, especially with social media and stuff, I wish that I was a stylist that like put extensions in people's hair or did braids or like something that was just like instant gratification because it looks really good like on socials, and it is really good, and if that's what someone wants to do forever with their hair, that's perfect. But I also just feel like even though your first curly cut, it's still gonna be a great experience, but it might not be where you want to be long term. I know that if you do embrace this from a young age, then long term you're gonna have so much confidence in yourself. Which
for sure.
I love. I'm gonna have a big
Cute
one.
in our feels.
Literally. Ooh, do you think prices will go down with economy getting bad and clients not affording to get their hair done?
No.
You don't feel that way?
No. Do you? I don't think no. like because there's always people will prioritize things.
Yes.
Like people have money and they will just prioritize what they actually want to spend their money on.
Yeah.
And so I don't think, unless you're just not busy at all and have like you went from being booked to now nobody, then maybe reevaluate your pricing.
Right.
But I don't think so.
Yeah, I think if nobody's sitting in the chair, you got to do something.
Yeah, you got to figure something out. But I mean, if you like still have clients and people are paying, you know, then we're not going backwards.
Yeah,
like dropping our prices. But
literally, I do think if prices ever did drop, quality of service would drop exponentially too.
Right.
Which I kind of pride myself on being a more affordable option in the area for curly cuts and stuff. And I feel like if it did get bad and a lot of clients reached out and were like, I really can't afford this, I would come up with something like an express cut, just a dry cut, something that is cheaper. But I will say, if you're a client listening and kind of like, oh, okay, like if the prices go down, so does the quality of the service.
Right. Because I feel like I'm doing a lot in an hour and a half. Like haircut, which is a skill that a lot of people don't know how to do. So you're paying for a skill. You're also paying for me to shampoo. And like style, diffuse, you know, all, it's a service. Like, and it's a luxury. Like it's not something everybody needs to have. But also like if prices go up, so is my prices in my life. Like, I don't know.
So true.
So I don't think I should have to like take the burn, you know, because some of these people are gonna come. I think somebody's always gonna get their hair done.
I think for me, I'm the type of person that I'm always gonna put my hair and my beauty stuff like way ahead. But some people won't. And I wonder where they'll go.
I mean, for me it's like nails, girl, I'm gonna be there. But like for my hair, as you know, it's like a twice a year. Like it's not my like priority in like beauty. So if you could oh, I thought that said shade. I was like, ooh. If you could shadow any stylist for a day, who would it be? Rima.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, because I'm curious. I want to know
what's going on in there.
What's going on and what is different. Like, what is different about what you got going on? Actually, do you follow her? It's like her salon. She works at her salon. Her name is Nisi. She's like a tall black woman, short fade, blonde hair. She is good. And I would actually want to shadow her too.
I love that.
Who would you shadow?
I'm trying to think. There's definitely a ton of people that I would like to shadow.
Right.
And a lot of people that don't do what I do.
Oh, okay. See something different.
So what comes to mind? The big ones, it's giving Slayology.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Yes. Miguel does hair from, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Because I just want to see what goes on at this salon. What is the camera setup?
You're like, I want to see the behind the scenes.
I need to know for something I'm looking into.
I would love to shadow Slayology.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about. Okay.
And then the Beauty Freak. I think that's her name. She does all those pixie cuts.
The pixies. Yes. I would love to shadow her too.
Yes. If you guys aren't following the Beauty Freak,
you need to.
Yeah.
Girl, you know what I love what she says? I cut it perfect so you can't mess it up. Like, girl, that eats down every time.
Literally, I love how she turns them to the side so the camera can see, and she just takes all the hair up at once and just cuts it.
She's like, okay, and they're like, it's gone. Yeah, girl, it's gone.
And I love that she's low key. She's like, relaxer, no relaxer.
Yeah, what do you want?
And she's like, I'm gonna make whatever do what it does.
She can make anything look good on anybody. I've never seen one person where I'm like, ooh,
That the pixie's not for her.
Yes, it looks good on all of them.
If I was ever gonna get a pixie,
that's where you're going.
Would be there.
Like, I am going to LA to get a cut.
No, literally, I love her, so that's who I would be.
She would convince me to get a relaxer. I'm like, girl, do what you got to do to make it look good.
Do what you gotta do. I trust you. Which I feel like when the hair's short like that too, it's kind of like, okay. And you're already wearing a pixie, so if you need to grow it out, okay,
cut
fine.
it. Yeah.
Yep. How do you handle a client chargeback / dispute? We kind of talked about
dispute.
On the last episode, we talked about like refunds or whatever, but not this like straightforward of a question.
I had a client. This was like maybe 2 years ago. Like this, it's been a minute. She came, just timeline. She came, got a haircut in August. She disputed her charge in December, and I was like, "Girl, you came and got a haircut." And I was talking to my boss at the time, and he was like, "Okay, well." She's not getting her money back. Like, I don't understand. So I didn't really have to handle it, but he was also confused. Like, and then she tried to book again. After she disputed the charge.
She's a scammer.
I blocked her. Girl, what? And then I saw she went to one of my friends for lashes. I said, excuse me.
Get her off the books.
Get her off your books now.
She's scary.
And she said, oh, I'm blocking her now.
Period.
I'm like, if she disputed me for, because at the time it was like $125. It wasn't like my $165 cut.
Yes. Dispute Walmart if you need to dispute somebody.
Right.
If you need to get some money
4
back.
months ago.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like that?
No. What does a dispute mean? Like they call their bank and their bank calls you? I had a client that called and left a voicemail that she was going to dispute a charge. And so I texted her and I was just like, oh, because she no-showed me. And so she had already left a deposit maybe. And then I just charged. And I only have a 50% and it was for a haircut. So it really wasn't anything crazy. And it's just written a million times. So everywhere, I don't know. Yeah. When people no show, I feel like I don't owe the text of like, hey, I'm going to charge you. Because you didn't owe me the text of, hey, I'm not coming. So I'm going to charge you and then I'm going to go get lunch or something. You know what I mean? Like, so she called and she didn't seem like super aggravated. She was just like, I didn't spend any money here, so I'm disputing this charge. And so I just texted her like, hey, you missed your appointment on this date. You booked it at this date. This is what you signed that said that you knew the cancellation policy. Here's the cancellation policy on my like website that you booked on. And so that was what that charge was. She was just like, oh, okay. Well, I'll be showing this to my bank. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's
and then
fine.
I never heard from her again.
And
I never heard from the bank again.
A big issue.
Yes.
Because I think some people will be like especially with cancellation policies, people like payments and stuff. People love to dispute those because they're like, well, I didn't come. And I'm like, but you signed it and said, you know, you were going to get charged.
And you put your card on file. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Anyways, and by the way, whenever I still only get half of that, I'm disputing you.
Yeah.
Like, where's my other half?
Like,
I wish that you would have came so I could have made my full profit for that day or let one of the 25 people on the wait list get on. So,
proudest moment in your career? I feel like I have like two. Teaching a class was definitely cool because it's like you are the educator. Roles are reversed.
Yeah.
I love that feeling because it makes me feel like, oh my God, I know stuff. Like, wow, look at me. Look at the girl.
Look at all these people fiending for my knowledge.
They want to know what I know.
You say something, they like start writing it down. I'm like, get that.
Yeah. Write it down. Thank you. And probably just moving into my salon suite because it's something I had always wanted to do from the beginning.
Yes, that is so cool. I love that. I think I'm living in my most proudest moment
right now.
Yes, I think
which is valid.
Yeah, like it'll be 2 years in July that I've been in Dallas, and whenever I moved here, the first week that I was working, I had 2 clients like that I had gotten off of TikTok from just like posting. Okay. While I was in Missouri being like, I'm coming to Texas. And so to now just being like booked like right now, there's very few spots until like September. Like
exactly.
And so for the audio listeners, we're clicking our pointer finger and our thumb.
If you know what that means.
So I don't know. I feel like I'm living in my proudest moment. And I just like to mention that too, because a lot of people are scared to start over. I saw this meme yesterday that was like, some people are so scared to start over, and I'm on like my 4th life. And I was like, that is so true. It really doesn't take that long all the time. Like, you have to find your niche, and you have to be consistent, and you have to have like a don't take no for an answer. I'm going to make this happen attitude, but it can happen. So,
it can.
Yeah.
Truly though, it's impressive because I would be terrified, especially as a hairstylist, to move anywhere. Clients ask me that all the time, where they're like, would you leave? Like, would you move? And I'm like, I would love to, but I am so fearful of rebuilding clientele somewhere else.
It's not going to take you 5 seconds.
You're like, Talya, be serious.
Yes, you have followers in every state.
I guess that's true, but still, I'm just like, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't be.
Okay,
it's not that hard.
So I probably won't be moving, but I could.
She could. Wherever you want to go, honestly. I think it'd be
go.
hard to move out of the States and build your clientele,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
honestly, anywhere in the States,
You
easy.
could go.
Yep.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem. Anyways, go ahead.
How long is too long for a curly cut service? Like, how long should somebody be sitting in the salon for a curly cut?
You know, when I took my Rezo class, the educator was saying that her first client curly cut service is 3 hours.
Okay.
Oh my God. That is so long.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, that's like, I think they get like hydration, steam, like they're really getting walked through with styling and, you know, all the things. But I'm like, I'll tell you right now, maybe I just hate getting my hair done, but I don't want to sit there for that long for a haircut.
No. If it were up to me, I would get a dry cut every time and go style it myself.
Please dry cut it. I will go home now.
Thank you so much. I'm going to the house. Like I don't
love a
wanna sit
shampoo,
here.
but I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Mine is an hour and a half.
Mine too.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of my clients, I can be done in an hour, especially returning clients.
Yeah, you just know.
But I just don't want to rush myself.
Yeah, same.
Because people don't always show up on time. And
Something would happen to where it's like you're off. Yeah.
And a few times this week, clients have come in with wet hair, and so I've had to diffuse them.
What is going on? You diffuse them at the beginning?
I don't know what else I'm gonna do, because literally it'll be like wet and kind of oily because it's got like buildup, and then like I use my comb quite a bit whenever I'm cutting, and so if there's like a section that's half dry, half wet, a dry section, a wet section, and I pull my comb down, they're all springing up in different areas. And I'm like, I guess I gotta diffuse this.
I just rough dry them
and kind of smooth it
off and just
Yeah, but then for me, I'm just like, I just hate it.
Yeah.
Don't come to your appointment half
don't come
wet.
with wet hair.
Because
like,
it's not
washed it.
It's literally, I'm like, please no,
please. It needs to be dry.
I'm literally like, I don't care. It's frustrating. But then the other day I had someone come in and their hair was dry technically, but it had a ton of oil and butter and stuff on it, which is fine, whatever you want to do. But my shears were rusted the next time I picked them up. Yes, my $1,000+ shears are all rusty. Oh my gosh. I was literally just like, oh no.
Yeah, it's so funny too, because what was even the question? Anyways, sometimes I get clients and they'll come in, or they'll be messaging me and they're like, so whenever you say detangled, oh my God, guys, just detangle it.
I just don't want to see any tangles.
I just don't want to see any. I'm not saying you need to smooth it out with the round brush, blow dry situation. So when you say clean, you mean? I'm like, guys,
there used to be a class called Science Olympiad. It was like a club that I was in, and we had all these different like things that you could compete in, and there was a thing called Write It, Do It, like that you could be on that team, and basically you had to write like detailed instructions. It couldn't be like, write your name on this piece of paper. It had to be like, sit in the chair, pick up the pen, write your name. Like, you had to give like 1, 2, 3. You couldn't just give generalized. And sometimes that is how I feel.
And then maybe we just need to break it. Maybe we just need to break it down more.
Pick up the brush.
Step 1.
But then if you write too much stuff, nobody reads it.
That's true. It needs to be short and to the point. Yes, they're not going to read it.
Because I promise nobody reads it, and then they'll be like, I'm not reading all that. Like, I literally, people say that, and hey, that's fine, but like, I can't cut, the best haircut ever if your hair is half wet, half dry.
Yeah.
But how long is too long for a curly cut service? I don't want to be in there longer than an hour and a half. There's no reason.
And that's a personal like choice, honestly.
Yes. But I will say too, a lot of clients' favorite hairstylists take 3 hours to do a curly cut, and then they want to come in and get it done. Yeah. And it takes 3 hours with their favorite stylist, and it's very expensive with their favorite stylist.
Yeah.
With me, it's quicker and cheaper, and it's still good.
Yeah. I offer express cut for returning clients only.
I love that.
And it's my favorite service. Girl, 30 minutes.
Yep.
In and out.
Yep.
See you later, girl.
That. If I ever did an express cut option, I would want it cash only. So if you ever see that,
it's a cash only situation.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be.
Biggest pet peeve with hairstylist social media at the moment, and we both have the same answer, I bet.
No, literally.
The staring in the camera.
Oh my gosh.
It's gotta stop.
Oh my gosh. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was this lady that started it, and where she just like stares in the camera, she like sensually washes hair,
and people love it.
No hate to that lady, you seem like a nice person, but it gives me the ick.
She's nice, and I love her outfits, and that's why I follow her. But not about her. Like, more people are doing it now.
Yes,
it's becoming a thing.
It's becoming like a trend, like a micro trend, where you gotta set up the camera and look sensually at the camera.
Why are you looking at me like that?
If I was a client and I saw a video of my stylist like
shampooing me,
I smexing the camera and shampooing me,
I couldn't even imagine. I wonder if
I would call DFS on you.
I wonder if she thinks it's cringy and she's like, hey girl, like, I'm gonna make this video. I'm so sorry. She probably tells them, or whoever it is.
They probably, maybe
they're just like, no girl, I thought it was so cute, so now I'm here.
Yes, and I think it's like something, I think it's also, I don't know, I don't even want to say anything negative.
I know, I'm like,
just like,
when I see it, I'm like,
but I've been seeing some of my favorites do it lately, and I'm gonna need you guys to quit.
I'm gonna need y'all to cut it out,
literally. Because seriously, if that was me as a client, I would be like, that was harassment.
No, also, we're saying our prices on social media.
Okay, I was gonna say that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why? That's my pet peeve with social media hairstylists right now is posting really clickbaity what I charge in a day as a hairstylist, and then the next video is mad that clients are pocket watching
and calculating your annual income.
I think my hairstylist makes $67,000 a year. I don't get it. What is the point of these videos? And then the stylist will just be like, oh, well, I have overhead money. Like, I have to pay rent
and this and that. Yeah.
Okay, well, then factor it in.
Take it out in the video then.
If the video is how much money I make in a day, and you're just like, you then factor it in. I don't get the point. Is it transparency so
maybe
other people can see what you make? Then put it in there. How much do you pay in rent?
Yeah,
I am dying to know. Seriously.
I don't know. I just feel like I know people are weird about talking about money in the first place.
Yeah, but
I just feel like it's not our business. Like how much each client is paying and how much they're tipping you.
Yes.
I just don't get the point of it.
Literally.
It is clickbait. Like it makes you want to watch it because you're like, damn, how did she make $5,000 in one day? Yeah. But then it's like, oh, tax season comes, now she owes $30,000. Yeah. So like it doesn't.
Literally, what do you pay in taxes? I am dying to know.
Right. Like
if you're gonna post that stuff, which really I'm not, don't tell them. Yeah, but just don't tell anyone what you're making. Like, we don't need to know.
Yeah, we don't. You could say, I had this many clients today and this is what I did.
Yes. And like, is the point to educate clients, like, so that the sticker shock wears off? Like, no one 3 states away needs to know what you're charging.
Yeah. Or is it for like hairstylists in your area to know what they can charge?
It's just pissing the clients off. Like, it is not making the sticker shock go away.
Yeah, no.
Literally.
They're just like, oh, I would never come to you. That's all that's doing.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve, I would say right now. Tell a crazy client story.
I've told mine already. Do you have another one?
Which episode was yours on so that people can go listen?
I don't know. Probably about what to expect whenever you get a curly cut and not straightening your hair things. It was the girl who straightened her hair. Crazy.
We have talked about that.
We've talked about that multiple times.
A couple of times. So go look for those.
Yeah, y'all can go find it in other episodes.
I have the story, and I want to preface the story with that I love new mothers. I don't mind babies in the salon. Like, I don't mind. Like, I'm in a salon right now where there's no extra kids. Talya doesn't.
I like love them, but don't want them here.
Literally, I don't mind. I'm in a salon right now that doesn't allow kids and stuff. So that's like, you know, if you're one of my clients seeing this, it's not that I mind. But I had a client once at a previous salon that I worked at who came in with a newborn baby.
Okay.
And she's down for a haircut. My haircuts at the time were only an hour because I was at a commission salon. You remember this? I don't know. She came in a little bit late, and then she comes in. She has stick straight hair. This was before I was doing only curly, and thick, like straight, and kind of Pantene commercial style hair. So if you're a hairstylist, you know that you cannot cut that. Like, that's hard to cut that hair because any layer is a shelf. Any hair that blows the opposite way, if it's not texturized, it's like laying over weird and crazy. She has long hair. She wants it cut to like mid boob. So just an awkward length. If it would have been collarbone, it would have been easier. If it would have just been just an inch off, it would have been easier. And she has a newborn baby, and she's breastfeeding the baby, and the baby is crying. So she decides that she needs to breastfeed it. And she's also cried a little bit in the consultation already at this point. Just because she's a new mom. Like,
yeah, she's
really emotional. And she literally, like, at one point, like, the baby's screaming and crying. She's crying. She has both breasts out. She has the cape completely sideways. And then she's mad at me because I won't cut bangs on her that day. I should have said no to the whole thing because I was just like, because also, and for audio listeners, you won't see this, but she's got like her legs crossed, her elbow, she's holding the baby at her boob. She's got her head kind of tilted over, and I'm supposed to cut 4 inches off. Like, it's so weird. Yeah. And I remember her just being like, just crying, and the baby crying and it not latching because she keeps having to switch breasts. Oh my God, it was so stressful. And that was like literally 2.5 years ago. That wasn't the beginning of my career. That was like not that long ago.
You're like, it was stressful.
I was seriously like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It was the worst haircut I've literally ever done. And
her hair was like this, tilted the whole time.
Tilted on both sides. And oh my God. But yeah, that's my crazy client story.
I did have one girl where like she was from here and then she moved to LA and she moved back and she came and got a curly cut, and she was telling me like, yeah, I normally just air dry at home, like, because like health of my hair, blah blah blah. If you're a hairstylist, you know diffusing is not damaging if it's done correctly. And so I just thought she was telling me her routine, like whatever. And she was very minimal product at home. So I use, like, I cut her, style her like normal, diffuser, because do you want to leave with wet hair? Like, if you did, then you should have said I want to leave with wet hair, and I would have been like, okay, weird, but whatever. She messages me later and she's like, I just feel like all the work that I've done put in my hair, you ruined by diffusing.
Oh no.
By diffusing and putting product in it. I'm like, girl, your hair was dry because you didn't have any you don't put product into your hair. But yeah,
why did she let you diffuse it if she knew it was gonna like upset her stomach?
I'm like, girl, this thing is on medium and medium.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
it's not like I'm burning you,
literally. And it's not like you're not using a heat protectant.
Her hair was
like,
cute, and you know I got receipts, you know I got the videos.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get Talya.
You're not gonna give me you know. And I recorded the service because she was cute.
Yes.
Like her hair was cute and everything, so I was genuinely confused. Like,
oh my gosh,
it just seemed like to complain about something, but I'm quick to block. So
yep, so she's blocked. She's out of here
because you're not about to bring this unnecessary drama to me.
Girl,
you don't have to diffuse your hair.
And you should have told me. That would have saved me a step.
That would have saved me like 30 minutes.
Yep, exactly. Last question.
Last one. Dream podcast guest.
You go first.
Dream? I feel like I know what yours is.
Beauty freak.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. Who's mine?
I was gonna say that funny guy from Missouri, even though he's not Caleb Aaron. I love Caleb Aaron, even though he's not a like stylist or anything.
Literally, I do love him.
Okay.
Yes, because it doesn't have to be a stylist. It could literally be anyone you want to talk to.
Whoever you want. Yeah. Business person. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
There's so many.
There is a lot of people.
I really do love the beauty freak. I would love to have anyone on that does something like different than what we do, and people that do what we do too. Slayology, of course, because how did you build this empire?
How did you build this empire?
Yes. And like very unbothered.
Yeah, she and even in like she's chill.
Yeah.
And some people you just think you're gonna be mean.
Uh-huh.
No, very
Yes.
nice.
And
Yeah.
she does so many people's hair that would make videos. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that she could be in the fire and she's
Yeah.
never in the fire.
Never. And I feel like I've only seen like one time where it wasn't her. It was somebody at her salon, and it was like fixed like ASAP.
Yes, and that I did see that too.
Yeah.
And that outdoor space that she has.
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, I need that.
Yes,
Bad.
outdoor salon.
Yes,
Wash
and
my
she's
hair.
so young.
She is.
She's
20s.
like early 20s,
Mid-20s,
mid
I
20s.
think.
Yeah.
You know who? No. Savvy.
Yes, the Savvy Touch.
Savvy Touch. She seems like a character, and like
Yes.
she would be a good episode.
She would spill some tea.
And she kind of does a little podcast client thing.
Really?
It's like the gossip something.
What?
But it's in the salon. Her and her client have a mic during their appointment.
Shut up! I didn't know that. And they put it on the podcast app, or they put it on.
It's on Instagram. I don't know if it's on
Instagram.
the podcast app. I think it's on
love
Instagram. I'll have
that.
to find it and show you.
My gosh, I might have to steal the idea and totally give credit for it, but that would
You
be so
should.
fun.
YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts.
Cat's favorite thing.
I've been falling off of YouTube, but I swear I'm getting back on. And Talia's
Me
been
too.
glowing up on YouTube.
Have I?
You've just been posting.
I've been trying.
And I've been
I'm gonna edit a
seeing
video
you.
today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same. I'm gonna edit a video today.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to post videos when I don't have fun things going on. Like sometimes I'm just at home doing nothing and nobody
Yes.
cares.
Exactly.
So like then it's like 2 weeks go by and I mesh 2 weekends together.
Uh-huh.
You know, because
Yes.
one day I might be doing something, the next I'm not. But I don't know. I just kind of want to just take it.
Here, damn.
Here, damn, take the day. This is what I did on Saturday. Okay, gosh.
Oh, no. Thank you guys for watching episode 10.
Oh my gosh.
Girl
Yes.
Talk Unfiltered.
We'll see you in the next one.
Yes. Bye.